Welcome to Toffee TV. It is nearly 5 o'clock. We are waiting for the team news to come in. Everyone will be patiently, well, they're not really patiently, are they? They'll be going on Twitter and refreshing as much as they can. I'm just waiting for Baz to come on. I'm waiting to see if he's going to come on. That's why there's a big space to the right of me. We'll find out in very, very shortly, in less than a minute, who the team is going to be to play West Brom in an hour's time. Let's find out what's going on. It's nearly time. I have literally just been for a run. That's why I've just literally got out the shower, as you can probably some of you might be able to tell. Come on. It's not quite 5 o'clock. Will we be doing this permanently? Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing something like this permanently before the show to get the team news out there for everybody. We're not, obviously, it's not a watch along, just to make sure. It's not a watch along. It's just to get the team news out to everybody ahead of the game. It has just gone 5 o'clock. Do we have the team? I'm refreshing. Come on, Everton. Give me the team. No team yet. Everton, where are you? Where are you, Everton? Is there a team? Come on, Everton. Give me a team. No, not seeing a team yet. I mean, this is not good, is it? Where's the team? It's 5 o'clock. People are waiting. I mean, come on, Everton. This doesn't make for good TV if you're not letting me know the team. Hang on, let me have a look somewhere else. I'm sure it'll be out somewhere. It's gone 5 o'clock. Let's have a look. James Rodriguez, Tom Davis and Seamus Coleman all out tonight. Ancelotti brings in Iwobi and Bernard. But where's the... the only day Everton don't just do the team. Where is he? Okay, Everton don't look like they've done the team, but right, here's the team: Pickford, Holgate, Dean, Godfrey, Keane, Decore, Andre Gomez, Iwobi, Bernard, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. On the bench, Yao Virginia, Tyre. So is that two goalkeepers? Nkunku, Allen, Onyongo, Sigurdsson, Broadhead, King. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only 8 subs on the bench for Everton tonight. So, yeah, Bernard, I suppose that's the interesting one. He's gone with Bernard tonight, which is interesting because obviously he's been out of it. A lot of people thought King would play. I thought King would play as well. So it's interesting that he's not gone with King. Bench obviously very light as well. No Allen starting obviously, which is disappointing. So there's the team right there. Let me just pull that in. There you go. There's the team. As you can see, Pickford, Holgate, Dean. So normal back four as it's been. Decore, Andre Gomez, 2 natural midfielders, then Iwobi. So, I mean, Iwobi playing in that number 10 role? Or is it a 4-4-2, maybe? Decore and Andre Gomez. Wide, and Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, maybe up front. Would make sense. I would, so we can play a couple of ways, I'd imagine. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm No, we're not going to do watch-alongs, because watch-alongs just lead to trouble, don't they? We don't want to do watch-alongs. Yeah, it would have been nice to have King in the team tonight, but he's obviously gone for Bernard. So, and a Wobie, obviously. But as you were saying before, the bench looks quite light, sadly. But those, Davis and James Rodriguez, Davis apparently is going to be out for a couple of weeks. James Rodriguez has got an outside chance of Monday, and Seamus Coleman maybe Monday. But I haven't actually seen what their team is yet. Let me have a little look at their team just to be honest, I wouldn't know if they'd gone strong or not. I mean, let's see what their team is. So their team is Johnson, Furlong, O'Shea, Bartley, Townsend, Yukuzlu, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Phillips, Diane Pierre. So I don't know if that's a strong team from them, because I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at their side recently. But listen, let's be honest, right? We should be beating teams like West Brom if we want to get into Europe. Definitely. And listen, if you've got real aspirations of the top four, which was what we could get if we win this game, if we could go into the top four, then you've got to be thinking, haven't you, that it can't be, you can't not be winning these games. Simple as that. You've got to be winning these games. Elliot says, I hope we don't give West Brom too much respect. I don't think we will give. I think we've got to give them enough respect, though. I think you've got to give them enough respect to think, these have been keeping clean sheets recently, or only conceding 2 or 3 goals. So we've got to play the way we normally play, because what these will be good at is set pieces, trying to turn the ball over in midfield, and and trying to get corners and free kicks into the box. That's going to be their go-to, isn't it? That's where they're going to try and be strong tonight. And it doesn't matter who plays for them. As I said, I don't know too much about their side, but we've just got to go and win the game. We've got to be professional, go and win the game. Carlos says, on praying for 3 points tonight. Benjamin Fairclough says, let's go. Stuart Thompson says, oh, hi, Brad and Ped. Brad's not here. I don't know where Brad is. I've just messaged him, but Brad's, don't know where he is. He's letting down the side. Brad. Gareth Hughes says, great results last night. Villa, Leicester and United all dropping points. Let's capitalise. Big Jan says, come on, you Blues. Cal says, hopefully 3 points tonight. Evan, aren't we? Andy Walker says, we owe these one for making me cry in 1968. Fair enough, Andy. I mean, there wasn't many of us around who were probably watching who were around 68, but I get where you're coming from. Conrad says, Ned, if you think if they're picking on you for being unable to make a cup of toffee, you need to phone Childline and also tell them if the teacher asked you to. Let's leave that there, Conrad. He should be able to make a cup of coffee. Gareth is open to see attacking lineup with King. Well, King's on the bench. Simon says, let's bounce these 3-0. Russell says, could be a back three. It's not a back three. Michael says, let's be positive. Plenty of the ball, and we have Bernard who will work hard and unpick defences. Yeah, he might do. But that's certainly what he's in the side for, isn't he? He's in the side to do that. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Baz, where are you, mate? He hasn't even messaged me back. I mean, it's just rude, isn't it? Just rude that he hasn't even messaged me back. Just rude. Which means I can... hang on. Which means I can get rid of that frame. I can get rid of that frame, and then I can go by magic. What's my favourite PS2 game? Oh, do you know what I'm doing? I'm doing a little moonwalk slide there. Know what I really like? Time Splitters. I really did like Time Splitters. I thought that was a boss game. Can I fix the light? What light? There's just me. It's just my natural glow. The light, I can't do anything about the light. It's just me. Just jumped out the shower. Joshua says, as long as it's not another lazy performance like the other night. Lazy? I don't think the other night was lazy. I think it was just we were trying to get the win. And we did, didn't we? Max, is that Max? Yeah, Max is saying 4-2-3-1. Possibly. Will says, I would have thought King would have played. He hadn't had a proper start yet, especially if we were looking to do a permanent. Yeah, I suppose that's disappointing that he hasn't started yet, but manager maybe thinking he's just not fit enough yet. You know, he came in, it's up to him to do the job and you know, earn a contract. That's on him, isn't it? Is it Fabian says, is that 4-4-2? I don't know. It looks like it could be 4-4-2, but it could also be 4-3-3 with Iwobi playing number 10, I suppose. Would have played, Paul says, would have played King instead of Bernard. Well, Bernard might have been doing well in training, mightn't he, for all we know. You know, and listen, we've been doing well away from home. We've been doing well, and we should be confident. We should be confident with the team we've put out. You know, we've got the likes of Sigurdsson and King to come off the bench if we need them. King over Iwobi any day. Well, it depends where they're playing, doesn't it? It really does. You know, we've been the other night. What we were disappointed was I don't even know why I'm wearing headphones. Was transitions. Not moving the ball up the pitch. So maybe that's why he wants Iwobi on. It's Iwobi and Dean wing backs. Is it though? I mean, is he? Max says the Corey needs to take charge in midfield. He probably will. You know, he does like to do that. It looks like 4-4-2 for me. That's from, who's that from? Can't see. The like writing's so small on my screen. Someone says, can we stop questioning Ancelotti? I mean, I'm certainly not questioning him. I'm just relaying the team news and trying to figure out what it is. Richarlison and Iwobi out wide and Bernard number 10. That's from Thomas, maybe. That could be what it is. There's about 3 different formations. What's interesting is there's about 4 different formations, and it could be 3-4 different formations while we play. Yeah, James is injured. James is out injured. Could be back next week. Thoughts on the under-23s being on the bench? Well, they're on the bench because we haven't got enough players. So that's just the way it is. With the, you know, we haven't got anyone else, and that's what they're there for. Whether they make it or not, I don't know. Tylon Nyongo, I think, is 18 today, isn't he? He's got a decent chance, I think. Michael says that's their strongest team. Same that beat Brighton. Thanks, Michael. I honestly haven't looked. Should have just looked at the app, but. Well, they'll be thinking if they can get something tonight, and then they play Newcastle on Saturday or Sunday, don't they, or Sunday? So, you know, they'll be thinking they get something tonight when they go to Newcastle. They've got a great chance. So even though he said, you know, he's going to rest players, I never thought he was going to rest players because why would you at this stage of the season? We know what Allardyce is like. He's you know, whether you like him or not, he does his own work. Brian says, how about playing Holgate centre half and Godfrey right back, giving us pace on the right? I think he likes pace down the centre, to be honest. But I think we've seen now he wants Godfrey at centre back and with Keane. I think that's what. Because don't forget, the other week we were saying after the Fulham game, we were saying how we wanted to keep the continuity in the side. And if Mina's out, this is the back four. And I'd rather we didn't mess about with it. I think this is the back four at the time being, Pickford in goal. So let's stick with it. And just, there's no point messing about with it. Holgate's doing okay at right back. Ben Godfrey's doing okay at centre back. So let's just leave it as it is. Neither of them playing right back and natural right backs, are they? So it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't know why people are stressing over. Someone just put on Twitter, James' fitness levels becoming a concern. I don't understand why people are surprised that James Rodriguez gets injured. We knew when we got him that he was going to get injured. We knew that he would probably play 20 games, but that's why we got him. It's just important that when he plays in the other games that he does something, and he has been influential. So I don't know why anyone moans about his injury record. He's always had a bad injury record. That's why we got him for nothing. It's one of those. It's par for the course. He's a world-class player. We got him because of the injuries, and it's about managing them. And if he has to miss 2 or 3 games here or there, then that's just the way it is. That is the way it is. When he comes in, he come in and done a job at Anfield and sets up the first goal. That's what he does. So there's no point bemoaning the fact that he's out injured. He's always had a peppered career. So it's that's just the way it is. I do look like I've just got out of a blender, but I've just got out of a shower. I went for a run. Sonny says, Ped, do you think Josh King should have had a chance instead of Iwobi or Bernard? It depends how the team sets up and how fit he is. I leave it to the manager, mate. Whatever the manager picks, he picks, and then we see what happens and we see how it works. And then Josh King might come on for the last half an hour. We'll see what happens. I don't stress about it, because at the end of the day, Don was missing a couple of weeks ago, and he's so important to the way we play. Richarlison's on a great run, so do you really drop those two? No, not if they're fit. So where does King then fit in? Well, if we're playing 4-3-3, then we might go wide, but we might be playing 4-3-3. We might be playing 4-4-2. So, John says Hammers has one of those recurring injury problems as per Football Manager, the club manager. That's it. He's got, that this is the way it is. He's a great player, and he sets up important chances. He scores goals, and we've seen that at Old Trafford. We've seen that at Anfield. It is what it is. There's no point moaning about it. Eugene says, do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin will get a hat-trick for Everton against West Brom away today, Ped? I mean, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? He got one at home, didn't he? It'd be really nice if he did. I mean, I'm not, putting any money on it, because, that'd be a good bet. But if you want to do that, that's up to you. Let's get some of our patrons. Keith says, didn't realise Tom Davis had a bad knock to keep him out for so long. Kind of misses stability. Never thought I'd hear an Evertonian saying that. And Hammers gets kicked a lot. Yeah, well, let's be honest. The manager doesn't really like telling people, does he, what our injury thing is. And if you think about it, that makes sense. If you've got a player and you tell the world that he's out injured, then the other team are like, well, we can prepare. But if you keep the other team on their toes, there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, we might all be like, oh, you said this and you said that. But if you don't give the opposition any information, then, they might have been planning today thinking James Rodriguez was playing, and he's not. And they'll have to, work around that. Brian Garside says, could suit Bernard. Both he and Iwobi can drift inside on the blind side and get to the byline and provide crosses. Interesting. Yeah. Michael says, let's be positive. Blues plenty of the ball, and we have Bernard on who will work hard and unpick defences. And you know what? Don't forget, we've got 3 centre backs as well playing. So, defensively, those four at the back have been good. For me, it's the set pieces tonight that are going to be the biggest threat. So let's make sure that we're not giving stupid set pieces away. Will P says, do you think Calvert-Lewin will get the golden boot? And if so, which Nick's games would he score the most? Well, he's got to score in practically all the games, doesn't he? You want him to get 20 league goals. That's where you want him to get to, 20 league goals. Barry says Dean Smith was raging. Grealish's injury got leaked. All the players banned from playing fantasy football. Yeah. Sonny says personally thinks James shouldn't play against West Brom anyway because you get kicked to pieces. That's right. I mean, that's another thing, isn't it? We've seen against Newcastle. You got kicked all over the park. You want him. You need him fresh. You need him fresh and with the ability to do something. Barry says Hammers tore West Brom apart in the Vivid. Well, he did. He scored his first goal, didn't he? Max says Diagne is a threat in the air. Yeah, these are good in the air. And, you know, Allardyce has set them up the way we know he's going to set them up. Defend for their lives. Try and win the ball high. Go long and try and win set pieces. Paddy B, what do you reckon's going to happen in the last one division? I don't know, mate. I'm going to find out tomorrow. I'm going to find out tomorrow. See what happens. Michael says he actually likes the look of the team, to be honest. Well, that's it, isn't it? We don't know what's going to happen with this Everton team. We simply don't know because don't know how it's going to set up. And it could be one of those where it's like a 4-3-3, but then a 4-5-1 when we're out of possession. So let's just wait and see. And let's be honest, look at the bench. What has he got to pick from? He hasn't got much to pick from there. He's got a couple of first teamers in Sigurdsson and King. And King's hardly kicked the ball for us. And then a load of kids. And I think he's got 2 goalies on the bench again, hasn't he? So it's going to be a tough game, you know, because simple facts are these are fighting for their lives, and Allardyce has got them organised. The last 3 games they drew against Man United, drew against Burnley, and beat Brighton, and they're not conceding a lot of goals like they were when he first came in. So he's doing. See, what Allardyce does is very cleverly is. I know it was different when he came to us. It was very quick. It's a very quick turnabout. But at other clubs, he takes his time and he gets them playing a certain way, and then they pick up a lot of points later on. And he also picks his games. I know he said he was going to rest players tonight, but he picks his games then, and then it's like he goes for a late charge. Don't concede goals and score from set pieces. So, you know, this is going to be a tough game tonight. We've got to try and get the lead, because if we don't and they get the lead, they're going to put every man behind the ball. Justin says it's a good lineup. Carlo was rotating the squad, so we're full strength for the remainder of the season. He knows top 4 is within reach. Man management is good, which separates good manager from a great one. Yeah, what he's doing is he's not exhausting his team, which you're absolutely right. Paddy B says, how much of the coverage are we betting Everton will get on Sky? 20% maybe. I don't know. I'm not putting it on till 6 o'clock. I don't care. At 6 o'clock, the TV will go on, and then I don't care about it anything beforehand. Going to be live till about. Going to be live for about another 15 minutes or so. Probably go off about 1:45. But I think these are going to come at us early. I think these are going to come at us early and try and grab a goal early. Sam says, guys, need some insight into Onyongo. Is he a centre midfielder? He's an all-round player. He's a box-to-box midfielder. Box-to-box, like I think a bit like Decore. Kevin says we should play the same way against Chelsea like we did against Liverpool. Yeah. Blue Nose says Big Sam will not ensure it's a gimme. Take 1-0. It's not about the performance at the moment. Tonight's a must-game win. Yeah, that's from Kieran. When are we going to see Olsen again? Well, he's injured. That's from Tom. Johnny says, watching from Hong Kong. Excellent. Need a Wobie to play well. Someone else is excited to see a Wobie. Max says, have you ever seen... Yeah, I have seen the video of Curtis Jones' sister, yeah. Sefton Park, yeah. Fabi says, please stop with the fake rumours about Hammers not good to the player or the team. Well, I don't know what those fake rumours are, but if there are rumours, stop them. Probably about him leaving, yeah. But he's not. Someone said, who's that? Marza said not a good enough team. Well, I don't know what you want, because who are the players on the bench that are going to make it any better? The manager's got injuries. Alan's on the bench, isn't he? But he's only just come back. So maybe Alan can play the last half an hour. You know, to not play for 10 weeks and then play a game 90 minutes and then have another game 3 days later, that's tough. That's tough not only on your legs, but it's tough. You know, that's how you pick up injuries. Oh, Baz says, I'm here, look at your phone. Oh, are you, Baz? Are you here, are you? Because you weren't here at 5 o'clock, were you? Look, he says 5:15. Oh, well, Baz, if you'd been here at 5 o'clock or 5 to 5. Oh, I don't know. Let's see if we can get Baz on the line. Let's see if we can get him. Great YouTube. See, I'm calling him right. And he's just not, he's not professional. It's just not professional at all. Not professional. He has gone full Ned. I mean, he's in the comments, but he's not answering Skype, which is just weird. And I've just had the end of Skype when the person doesn't answer, and you get the sigh. I've just had that. Ellis says, big fan of your channel, mate. We need some players fit for Chelsea. That's it. We need to. The manager's just using the players he's got. The manager just deals with what he's got. He doesn't stress about what he hasn't got. He just gets on with what he has got. Big fan from Abrazo from Colombia. Hello, mate. That's Samuel. Apologies if I butchered the pronunciation of where you're from. I mean, you probably hear that. I mean, you know, just turns up when he wants. Essentially, Baz. He just turns up when he wants. Does what he wants. Oh, are you, Baz? I mean, you want to be able to hear me in every place. Hang on. Let me get see if I can get you on. If you'd been ready at 5 to 5, this wouldn't have. I mean, I literally messaged you 5 to 5. Said, you know, you're doing this live. Well, you should be. I mean, essentially, that's what we do for a living. I'm trying to get you on, and for some reason, it won't let you on. Okay. I don't know why, but hang on, let me try one more time, because at the moment I'm just basically talking to myself.
Okay, well, sort of them.
So the sound, I think you're coming through. Hang on.
I'm coming through on sound.
Can people hear Baz?
Can anyone hear me?
Hang on.
That's all I want to know.
Let's see if we can get you on.
There
you are.
Am I here?
Yeah, hang on. I need to move over.
Or do you want me to move
over?
No,
you stay there. I'll move over. So go on. What do you think of the team then?
I'm slightly surprised Bernard's playing, I'm not going to lie. Just because he's hardly got a sniff, has he, in the Premier League so far. But we know that he had injuries. We knew that none of those players who missed the other day were going to be ready for this one. And so I guess he's doing what he can, really, isn't he? I suppose what can you do? You got to put a team out that's hopefully fresh enough to be able to run around and put these under pressure. These are going to be well organised. They're going to be, you know, we know they're a big side. We know what Allardyce will be like. So, you know, I guess, would I have liked a better team or a stronger team? Well, yeah, but we haven't had our strongest team for most of the season. Yeah. If you look at it collectively, have we? But we're doing all right. So, and the thing is, I mean, Justin's just said, Justin Borutica in the comments there just said, look at what Bernard did against Spurs. And that's right, we come up big when we needed him to, didn't we? So who knows, he could, what's the name? He could actually come in and do really well tonight.
Yeah.
I know people are a little bit disappointed, but I guess for us, the frustrating thing is Alan having to be on the bench. But we did say that we didn't know whether it was too soon for him. And, there's no point putting him in for this one, and then he goes and misses 2 games because we didn't take our time at him. So we've got to be positive.
There's the team for anyone who didn't see it: Pickford, Holgate, Dean, captain, Godfrey, Keane, Decore, Andre Gomez, Iwobi, Bernard, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Yal Virginia, Tyrett, or 2 goalies on the bench, Nkunku, Allen,
and only 8 subs, is it?
Yeah, Onyango, Sigurdsson, Broadhead, and King. So 3 first teamers, King, Sigurdsson, and Allen, then Onyango, and so Broadhead is the odd one out, I suppose. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's going to be a 4-4-2 with Iwobi and Bernard wide? Do you think it could be a 4-3-3 with Iwobi maybe playing in the number 10 role and Bernard wide, Richarlison wide, or somewhere in between?
I think it'll be 4-4-2, just because they play 4-1-4-1, don't they? So I think he might want to match it up across the middle. But it'd be interesting if he did play 4-3-3 with, like you just said, with Iwobi actually getting a go in the middle of the park, playing just off Dom, because I think that would be interesting. But we know what these are like at the back, and maybe he's looking and thinking, if we get Richarlison closer to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we can hurt them both ways, either in the air for Dom to knock down, or we can get Richarlison going in round the corner. So it's going to be interesting. And listen, we all remember the fume of 2 weeks ago at Anfield when the team was picked, announced, and people weren't happy. People weren't happy and all that. And look what happened. We went on them. We were superb there. So I think we just got to trust the manager. Either play Keane. There's no question about it. King. There's no question about it. But the manager sees him every day, and we'll have an idea of a plan. And maybe the plan is to play Bernard for an hour and then put King on, or to see how Richarlison is, or see how Dom is, whatever, and then throw him on. So,
Max has just said, what do you reckon on this opinion? I need an opinion. He said, my mate's saying Patrick Bamford is better than Dominic Calvert-Lewin. My opinion is you should get new mates. That's my opinion.
I've got to say, I've been really, really impressed with Patrick Bamford this season. But he's not Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dom's well better. But you know what? I think him and Dom is a very interesting partnership, because he can drop off Bamford. And what I would say, where he beats Dom is if you slide him in and he's in behind. I think he can score those kind of goals. That Dom is a little bit, he's still got to work on that aspect of his game.
Yeah.
But I know if I'm throwing a cross in, I know who I want on the end of it. And it isn't Patrick Bamford. So I think he's a good player, and I think he's had a great season for Leeds. He really has. But I would still say Dominic Calvert-Lewin is better.
Just got to get in the lead tonight, and we've got to go 1-0 up and make sure we don't give any stupid free kicks away. For me, that's what we do tonight anyway.
Yeah, it's again a bit like the Sheffield United, a bit like the Sheffield United game. Patience, try to keep the ball moving, try to get them turning in behind, but getting that first goal. We had to be very patient against Sheffield United away. It was a difficult game, and when we got the opportunity, we took it.
It's an interesting one for you, Baz.
Go on.
Dick L says, I like the fact that he's commenting when he's not allowed to watch the match.
Yeah,
but he's saying, what's the thinking of having 2 goalkeepers on the bench? Why not just put Kyle John, Ryan Ashley, or Thierry Small on the bench just for experience? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've got no idea, Dick. I've got no idea. Personally, I don't know why he likes putting 2 goalies on the bench. Maybe. No, there's no maybe. I have no idea.
I think I've got no idea too, because it makes sense, like Dick's just said there, it makes sense to give one of the other lads a little bit of experience. But then who's to say it's not going to do Harry Tyler good to get some experience on the bench? But we've still only picked 8 subs, and we could have had 9. Yeah. So someone's missed out anyway. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it is a bit weird not taking Thierry Small, or especially with Kyle John was on the bench the other night, wasn't he? Yeah. And Ryan Ashley. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of it still comes down to, I know this sounds stupid, I think a lot of it still comes down to like COVID protocols, especially for an away game. Probably. There's no point taking players that you're not going to use for the protocols.
And they always take 3 goalies anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They always take 3 goalies anyway. So you might as well just throw one on the bench if he's there, rather than taking a couple of kids that you probably know you're never going to play anyway. So, and for all, for the sake of like, you're going to hotels, you're going on coaches, you're going on trains or whatever it is, you might as well just go, you go on the bench. I know it sounds stupid, but this is the world we live in for the time being. Hopefully we've only got another, 13 games of this, and then we can just...
You know what I found really interesting? Just because I'd never really thought about it. But it just went to show how mad the whole situation is. I don't think we've discussed it. Well, we haven't discussed it. But 2 things. One come from the Rio Ferdinand interview with Ben Godfrey and Mason Holgate. And the other one come from James and Mina when they done the question. The first one, when we go away, the players are on 3 different coaches.
Yeah.
Which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw City leaving Anfield the other week. I was out for a run, and it was like a convoy of like when you see away coaches leaving the city. It was a proper convoy. There was more than they had actually more than 3. I think they had 4 or 5. It was so weird.
Well, I know the players are on 3 different coaches. So there's one thing which is mad for team spirit and all. That's something I hadn't really thought about, to be honest. Just with them having testing and the masks on and all that, they're still on 3 separate coaches. And the other thing is, at the moment, at training, they're all in different dressing rooms.
Yeah.
They're in, what you see on the James and thing, because the question is, who's got the worst dress sense? Mm-hmm. And James is like, well, we're in different dressing rooms, aren't we? I think there's only probably 6 to 8 of them in a dressing room, which again is another thing of like, just that thing of all being together and that camaraderie every day and building bonds and all that. So in some respects, it highlights how well we have done this season when new players in the mix and the manager hasn't been able to get them all together. Which, and I think, for like the game Goodison, I wonder if they have like the subs dressing room and the 11 in the home dressing room. Because you couldn't have...
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
Have them all in.
It's nuts. And, where are all the coaching staff and the support staff, where are all like, it is mad. And that comes back to saying, why... There's no point when you're at home. Yeah, you can have all those kids because it's only at home and you've got your own comforts. But when you're going away, and who's to say that West Brom? I don't know what West Brom's setup is, but we've seen places where we've been our away dressing rooms being like the media room and all things like that. What's the point in taking more people than you need to take? I mean, I've heard of like there's been games where like some of the members of the coaching staff haven't been there, or members of the kit team haven't been there. It's just like there's no point.
Yeah, one's gone.
Yeah, there's like
2,
normally they'd have 2, and it's like no, we haven't got enough room. They can only take one, or this person, or that person. So that's probably one of the reasons why some of those kids are not there tonight. It's just a waste of time, and it got as I said, if you can only have so many people, then what's the point?
It's like you said as well, is that the reality is there's 3 first teamers there, isn't it? And then there'll be another one who for a concussion sub.
You've got,
do you know what I mean? Honest. So they'd be like in Kunku, wouldn't it? Because he's
those 2 are like the backup subs, aren't they? What Allardyce, he's gone full strength, hasn't he? I knew he would. I knew he'd go full strength.
It doesn't
matter.
No,
I know, but I'm saying I knew he would do that. I knew he'd do that. I knew all that was all nonsense. I knew it was utter nonsense.
To be honest, though, mate, I think I'd rather them go full strength because we've seen before when these teams have made these other players come in and have well. I'd rather them play the team he plays, and then he's got no excuses, and we know what we're up against. We'll have planned for that team that he's got out because that's generally the team they've played over the last few weeks. So it makes it easier in that respect.
Yeah, we were saying that before about not giving all your secrets away about players who were injured and stuff like that. You've got to keep the opposition guessing, hasn't you? Carlo does it all the time. He never lets... Gbaman's has been coming back for 2 weeks for... Yeah, forever, basically. So why would... You know what I mean? So why would you tell the world that you've got a player missing for like... I mean, he never ever said how long Alan was going to be out for. He just said, yeah, he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. He just doesn't want to divulge any information.
Yeah. The thing is, just, I mean, I know people are disappointed that the players aren't back, but we've got another game Monday, and then we've got games. We've got Burnley, then having our own next Saturday.
Chelsea, Burnley, City, and then the international break, isn't it? Something like that.
Is that what it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we've just got to. It looks like potentially we'll have James back for Chelsea. Which will be good. Back in the squad anyway. Alan, you'd expect then to be fit by then. I don't think Seamus is going to be fit for that or Burnley, to be honest. But Tom Davies, you'd expect them back for Burnley. Robin Olsen as well. So we start to get a few of the walking wounded back. And who knows, by City, Yerry Mina might be fit again as well. And so that just strengthens the bench, if anything else, doesn't it? He's good, don't get me wrong. He's been great this season and he could come back into the team depending on how the manager wants to set up. But what you want is you want to look at that bench and go, that's a good bench that we've got. There's options there. We can change it up in 2 or 3 different positions. And you know what the irony is here at the moment is that for the thing that I whinged about for about 8 weeks, at the moment, if everyone would have been fit like Mina and that, we might have seen Mason Holgate or Ben Godfrey in midfield tonight.
Might have,
just because of the numbers, might we? Yeah. But I think it'll be. I just looking at the way the team is. I think it'll be Decore and Gomez looking after the midfield too.
Yeah.
But like I've just said, it would be interesting if Iwobi did play in that 10. Be nice to see him there, just to see if he could do it, because we know that he's had one of his best games for Everton. Was at that number 10 in that number 10 role against West Ham at Goodison last season, it seems years ago now. And he's not really had much of a go there other than that. So it will be interesting, but I think he might just go solidity with 4-4-2 and go, we know what we're doing, and we'll match them up and don't be outrun. But like you said before, don't give cheap free kicks away in and around the penalty area, and save corners if you can. We do love giving teams lots of corners of like, so make sure we don't do that. But just get over the line, isn't it? That's all it is in a game.
A Joe, I think it says a Joe, watching in the Philippines. Hello, mate. What else have we got?
I saw someone in Arizona before.
Someone, the letters are so small. Dave True Blue said, Ped, what do you think Godfrey getting a call up in March? Would you want him to go? No, not really, no. Someone else also said, do you think, will Carlo let the players go? Well, no, because at the end of the day, if players like Richarlison have to quarantine, then no one's letting anyone go. There's just no way. No one's letting anyone go if players have to quarantine for 10 days. It's just not happening.
No. So, Jurgen Klopp's already said it, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just not happening.
He said Liverpool won't let anyone go. So I guess Everton will do the same. Justin Boratikia is watching in North Carolina. Outstanding. And Dan McCardle from Chicago. So I've seen someone was Arizona before.
Where do you all come now?
Here you are. Toffee Eric, Hong Kong, Simon Kane, Portland, Oregon. Brilliant. I love seeing where everyone's watching from. Outstanding. So, don't let anybody go. It's got to be the same for everyone. You can't have some coaches going, I'm not letting any of my players go. And we're like, yeah, go on. Off you go and play. So if they can guarantee that they don't need to, go into quarantine for 2 weeks, then sound. But other than that, just swerve you.
Yeah.
Say you're not going.
Rai and Paul in California.
California, outstanding. Everton 1-2-3 says Liverpool. Fair play. Paul, California Blues, keep pushing. Michael Whelan's in West Derby. Omaha, Nebraska. Ned do one. Salford. Akram Ali's in Australia. AS is in Leyland. John Curran is in Porto.
Excellent.
That's right, John. Max is Old Swan. Ace High, I think it is. SG's in Singapore. Joe Norris Green. Everton Prediction loves the channel, watches all the videos. Thank you very much, mate.
There's someone just said, when are you going to get your haircut finished? Well, when I can go to a barber's,
I know.
12th of April.
I've got full blooming.
This is full shower hair. I've literally just stepped out of the shower.
Yeah. I'm the same, mate. Still wet.
Luke's in Toronto. Slow.
Paul's in any Blues watching in Washington. That's Paul. Town. Son's in Town. Yorkshire is David Whittam, rather.
Renzi said, what jacket is that? It's the same jacket Baz has got on.
The warm-up jacket. Players have probably got it on as we speak. Paul Clooney says it's all about the high press. Jonas is from Norway. Hello, mate. I'm going to have a year. I am a milky coffee. It's from a small island in the Philippines. Fair play.
Ned.
Angela's watching in North Wales. Love North Wales.
Ned doesn't know how to make a milky coffee.
No, Ned, let's be honest, doesn't know how to make a coffee. Tom Mervyn from Northern California. Random Upload is from Lowestoft, Suffolk. It's all good. All good, isn't it? Hartlepool there, Johnny, be good. They just go so fast, don't they? Roy's in Mid Wales. Seaskinner's in Moors in Notts. Win is Vietnamese but lives in Ontario, Canada.
They started doing it in Patreon. Richard Hindley's in Barnsley. Howard Rushton's in Minnesota. Kev Rex, the Big T, says Toffee TV pre-match warm-up better than Sky pre-match warm-up any day. Here's to another 3 points tonight, guys. Up the Toffees. Well, as I said before, I'll be switching it on at 6 o'clock on the dot to watch it. There's no way.
Mine'll be 5:58.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Or 5:59.
You haven't missed anything, have you?
Jim Beglin. I hope it's not Jim Beglin. Ryan's another viewer from Hong Kong. Owain is watching from Anglesey. Owain. Jonathan Allen Ebert is watching from Boston, Massachusetts. Everton Prediction wants to know if there's a reason we don't do the watch along.
Yeah, because it's crap.
Because I like to watch the match. Yeah. It's the real answer. Anyone who does a watch along ain't watching the match. They're doing it for other reasons. I have to watch the match.
We wouldn't be much entertainment because we want to watch the match.
I wouldn't be much entertainment because you just see me pacing up and down my living room at 10 minutes to go if it's 1-0 or whatever. I'm praying. Owen Spears says hello from Florence, Kentucky, USA.
I mean, James is throwing in love you shouts to Natalie. I mean, what's all that about?
Where?
Yeah.
Love you, Natalie. Is Natalie
I don't know. I think we're just waiting for
a
YouTube proposal.
Okay. Kieran's in Twickenham. Asberg's in Garston. G. Gambler's Randolph, New Jersey. Outstanding. Dave's watching from Crewe. William Turner's watching from Austin, Texas. What a place. Have you been to Austin?
No,
You've been
I've
to
been
Texas,
to Houston.
haven't you?
Never been to
Houston,
Austin.
yeah, no.
Austin's like where the cool kids live.
Fair play. James is watching from Voxy. Paul Martin Hastings. Ben's in Warrington. Dave all changed Crew. John Maguire's in Nigeria. Fair play. Petra is watching in Conway. What a place. I need to get to Conway. I need to get to the property.
No, it's not happening.
The property bakery, mate. No, it's
Wales,
not.
They won't even let you in Wales.
Yeah. No, I know. But when I can, I'll be straight to the Tanland Bakery. Used to be the best in Conway, but it's not now. Pop tea is definitely the best one. Chris says I'm here from Hindley as a season ticket holder. Can't wait to be back. Watching you is just the next best thing. Nice one, Chris. John Maguire says thoughts on Bezic not being on the bench. Are you finding it weird that they registered Mo Bezic and there's no sign of him anywhere?
No, not really, because he hasn't got a future at the club, and I think they just did it. Yeah. Well, if he's at the club, we're just going to register him, and that's it. Yeah. I don't find it strange. I just think it's just, well, he's there, he's getting paid. It's funny, I've not seen him once this season in a pitcher training. Like a pitcher, no, mad. But he obviously is.
Yeah. All right. Johnny B. Good says, after say, lads, he good Shan. I love the 3 scoring points after the game. Come on, Everton, let's push on to those top 4 places. Cameron said that would be entertaining, to be honest, lads, watching us. I don't know whether it would, honestly. John says hello from Nigeria, Nigerian flag and a Wobi. Billy from Seaforth, Caesar's channel from Austin, Texas 2. Kev's watching from behind the sofa. Jade and Katrina, hello from Florida, another place I'm missing massively. John is watching from by the Blue Star Chippy on the drive. It's right, John. G Gamba, we've said hello to you, mate, in Randolph.
He's thrown the Randolphs out.
He certainly is, isn't he? Connell's watching from Syracuse in New York. Kieran says, great channel, lads. Nice one. Petra says, lush cakes. Petra, they are lush in the Popsy Bakery.
Oh, so they're so lush.
I know. It was full lush. Boss. John Roberts is Sleepy Dorset. Julian Bachera is Colombian. Wants Bernard to do well tonight. Yeah, we all do. Be great for Bernard to be outstanding. Fabian Martinez says, what are your thoughts on local MLS club sports in Kansas City? That's for you, Pedro. Definitely for you.
Yeah, they're my MLS team. Yeah. They're yeah. To be honest, I haven't been paying any attention recently, so I don't know what's going on with them. But they're always there or thereabouts, aren't they? But they always they've got like the best setup in MLS. That's what I would say. Everything's brilliant at them, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jamie Redknapp and Ashley Cole are on Sky. I mean, great stuff.
The thing dreams are made of,
isn't it? It's just the greatest news in the world.
Yeah, definitely. Lewis Christensen says, happy birthday, Mia Keating. Happy birthday, Mia. William Turner says, how do I get my bird to watch the games? How do you want it to?
I know.
It's the question. That's the question. Lewis is watching from Yama's house. I mean, fair enough. I mean, if you are Lewis,
I mean, it's not fair play because
you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't be there. I mean, my dad hasn't had the vaccine yet, so come on.
Sean Spencer's watching from Cambridge, UK. AM7's in Egypt. Barry Walls wants the likes to go up. Cheers, Baz. James Burns is watching from Banbridge Town, Northern Ireland, up the Toffees. Keane is watching from Wales. William Turner says Godfrey's the best signing of the season. Jed's watching from Prague, Czech Republic. Is right, Jed. Michael Houston's watching from Oldham. Austin Caesar says Austin, Texas, getting a new MLS team this year.
Yeah, the Aztecs are back, aren't they?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. And Sol Harris Wolfen says happy with those front two. Hopefully
Let's see what happens anyway.
Let's
right. We're going because
we're going.
Got to go settle down for the match. I'll be back after the game live. Baz will have his videos out as well. So enjoy the game. Hopefully we get 3 points. And up the Toffees. See you later. Loads of blue things on the just come on the screen. Bye.